The Whore of Algiers. They call me the Whore of Algiers, though back I have been many years. Still call me Turk Gudda, who pines for Abdullah, since banging those black buccaneers. Tagged the Algerian whore, as I fornicated the Moor. Now all of them know it, I've married the poet, a fact that they choose to ignore. Is it fearful I've proved me a fighter? Be they miffed I married the writer. If I'd wanted it plush, I'd have fucked them in flush, like a fucking foul Ottoman blighter. If I was so free with my Moffat, I'd still live in the lands of the prophet. I'd be farting through silk, bathing in ass's milk, and milking the arses for profit. Milking men's manhood to pay the pricks of a bay or the day, or any cunt loaded until they exploded and spunking it up when they spray. If I am, they say, just a slut, I'd have stayed in the sun, and my butt would have built me a palace instead of knit malice each time I tread out my turf hut. I get whispers and sniggers and slurs, though I've left behind gold, silk and furs. Swap fantastical food, the Quran with a rude, and the wrath of the path that incurs. I love him, my man Halgamer, though his preaching's the purest manure, as I'm one of Allah's, still with his phallus is akin to theistic fervour. He's my shield, is my man Halgamer, and I armour him back in amour. A German employer was his virgin destroyer, for which for his soul I the cure. Now both of our souls seem so blessed, such arseholes are arseholes distressed. More arseholes with slander state I'm his commander, as his zing and his zest I've suppressed. Some ask, how can he be happy? Her snatch must be stretchy and flappy, more cavern than hole, as she's fished the whole shoal, a trawler with tired old chassis. How can that great author be wed to she that has shared the same bed with innumerable Turks for probable perks in the lambs of Islam on the Med? I'll tell them how, and it's love. I've done since some things that I've said above, but only with 5, and just to survive in Algiers was known as the glove. I sucked 'em so I would survive, and fucked 'em so I'd stay alive. Should have hid in the pit, thereby not be the mit for those fucking foul Ottoman 5. Those fucking foul African 5, whose sausages smelt as a sty, thinking they were heroic in forcing me blow it, quoting he who dwells in the sky. They said I'm a spoil of war, and that's just an infidel whore. They said they should insert it until I've converted as kufr rape valid in law. So yes, I've changed my religion, nor not just to build me a bridging, to prey on that culture like a vampy old vulture, but to soar with the wings of a pigeon. Yet even when wed went to bridal, still say that I worship an idol, and that my wicked wishes fucked off all the fishes, though off they fucked off when it tidal. I've discovered the one and I'm smitten. I'm Halgamore's single and mitten, and his work, passion hymns, as opposed to my sins, is the yin to my yang that he's written. And even though he is my rock, if I could, I would turn back the clock, and rewind the time, thereby not set the slime of some seedy obsidian's cock. Should have hid in the pit like my spouse, instead trying saving our house. Should have hid like a chicken, for now be not stricken by simpletons itching to grouse. Spiteful heads spewing their bile, saying slag and an Islamophile. A hag and a wraith, they don't know my new faith, reassuring as raped in exile. Raped, yet they think I lived lavish. Think facts of my facts surely navish. Yet the facts of it are, with the ships from afar, fucked us all when the Corsairs came ravish. Yet still they are furnishing voice to the pain of my past, and rejoice in spreading harsh lies like my sprung-loaded thighs, cause the why when I lie was my choice. Hints happen again I would choose, go again with a Barbary cruise, and following fun, I'd sell my new son to top up ill-begot revenues. They call me the Whore of Algiers. Now I'm fucking fed up with their smears. Allegations emphatic, shagging on automatic, having manually shifted 5 gears. I'm dubbed the Algerian whore, and it's making me sick to my core. Don't cope they the mileage of my concubinage and the weirdness one had to endure. Don't doubt those who spread my nickname, if spread 'em would die of the shame, or live with the dread of what went on in my bed, or else go entirely insane. And if it reversed, I'd stay stum, wouldn't bleat about what they'd become, be a bastard or bitch and call them a witch, be supportive of what they'd overcome. I wouldn't suggest they'd a hex, concocted and placed on an X, not flying her implicit, if thou had illicit affair with such wonderful sex. No way say by witchcraft perform, to whip up that murderous storm, drowning undesired hubby whose nubbing was stubby and too limp in the sack to perform. Rather, I'd raise them a cheer for fucking that filthy Emir. And any that hounded twats that got pounded, I'd ask them if they'd volunteer. I'd ask them if they would swap places, then they would know what disgrace is. If think they'd come home with a breezy shalom, then they witness how much it debases. If they could just walk in my shoes and endure maybe half the abuse, they'd not be so judgy, yakking that she got pudgy on salty semen juice. If they could just slip on my slippers, instead bitching while smoking their kippers, they'll see I'm still breathing by willingly sheathing the willies of chieftains and skippers. Skippers such as Captain Jan Janszoon, who fucked me like a frenzied baboon, still have me the scars of the mental memoirs of him wanking around in my womb. The perv they call the hairdresser, whose prick always pumped to full pressure. After the pop, the pump would not stop, though the frenziness seemed slightly lesser. I'm sick of their sneers and their snickers, purporting themselves pure as vicars. When option is die or straddle Sir Slit Eye, there'd be plenty quick kicking off knickers. This tiresome tirade seems to pepper, in summer or when it is wetter. He's falling apart, my toy boy sweetheart, especially now he is a leper. I'd be lost when there's none of him left, as my heart cleft in two would be cleft. Left him out to dry hanging, should throw he his hand in, being bits of my own and bereft. And neighbours will give me no backing, as though cunts continued attacking. With my 2 kids fell ill, saying karma came kill, with Arabic dick I'd off jacking. With barbs but under each breath, I blamed for each sudden death. By the Barbary men, I'd kill my children, a mother like Lady Macbeth. No, I'll not get support from my neighbours, who maintain I prefer foreign flavours. 'Twas only my pastor saved me from disaster, that besides charming both chambers. They'd sing praises for my neighbour Anna, whilst mocking my modest bandana, that covers my hair, though Anna stayed there, gorging on amber banana. They praise Anna, who married a pasha, and the wealthiest one to be flasher. If I was the glove, surely they should speak of Anna, the whole haberdasher. But I'm the whore of Algiers, who traded her twat to Tangiers, the Islamic socket who filled her fur pocket whilst crying her crocodile tears. But I'm not the Algerian whore, and I've stayed this case times before. I'd have stayed in the cold, getting hoary and old, without fisherman bum el filjour. I'd have stayed steeped in fish guts and frost, though what I've got now would be lost. If I would retract, thereby undo the act of Iceland's tragic Holocaust.